Hi children, welcome to grade 5 English and today we are going to start a new chapter. Yes, that is chapter number 12, The Bangle Sellers. And before getting into our session, let's learn the new words. Cleaves, to split something. Aglow, something that glows brightly. Limpid, completely clear or translucent, that is transparent. Hue, color or shade. Maiden, a young unmarried girl. Tranquil, free from disturbance, calm, a very peaceful place without any disturbance. And I hope you are clear with all the new words. Now we are moving on to our Did You Know? Sarojini Naidu was born on 13 February 1879 at Bikrampur, that is in Bangladesh. She started her political career by being a part of Indian national movement in 1905. She became the first woman governor of India and also served as the governor of the United Provinces of Agra and Oudh from 1947 to 1949. She is known as the Nightingale of India because of the lyrical style of her poems. And now let's read the poem, The Bangle Sellers. Bangle sellers, or we who bear our shining loads to the temple fair. Who will buy these delicate, bright, rainbow tinted circles of light? Lustrous tokens of radiant lives for happy daughters and happy wives. Children, the poem is about a bangle seller talking about the various kinds of bangles he carries with him and about the women that buy them. The poem describes the everyday life of bangle sellers as well. The speaker of the poem is one such bangle seller, and in the first two lines, he describes what it is to carry a precious shiny loads of bangles to the temples, fairs and other such places where women can buy them. And the third line is to a bangle seller's cry for the sale of his bangles. He called out to the women who might buy these bangles. He thinks these bangles are the tokens of happy lives and happy marriages. And second stanza, some are meet for a maiden's wrist, silver and blue as the mountain mist. Some are flushed like the buds that dream on the tranquil brow of a woodland stream. Some are aglow with the bloom that cleaves to the limpid glory of newborn leaves. And from this stanza, the bangle seller says that they carry different kinds of bangles, each catering to different types of women with different needs and preferences. He says that some are blue and silver like the mist in the mountains, which are fit for a maiden's wrist. Some bangles are of reddish hue in color like the flushed buds found along a stream, and some of the bangles glow like newborn leaves owing to the dew and water from the stream. These are all representative of a young girl in her prime. And third stanza, some are like fields of sunlit corn, meet for a bride on her bridal morn. Some, like the flame of her marriage fire, are rich with the hue of her heart's desire, twinkling, luminous, tender and clear, like her bridal laughter and bridal tear. Children, from this third stanza, we learn that some bangles are of the color yellow, like sunlit cornfields. They represent the happiness of a bride to be on the morning of her wedding. Then, these are bangles which are flame colored, that is, red and orange colored, symbolic of a bride's passion and desire, especially on her wedding night, with lots of dreams, hopes, and passion. She is getting married, right? So, the passion and the desire and their color is red and orange. These bangles are luminous and transparent but also tender. The tinkling sound they make reminds one of the sounds of a new bride's laughter, and the clear and tender finish of the bangles always speak her tears as she leaves her childhood home for her husbands. And the fourth stanza. Some are purple and glow flecked grey, for she who has journeyed through the life midway, whose hands have cherished, whose love has blessed, and cradled fair sons on her faithful breast, and serves her household in fruitful pride, and worships the gods at her husband's side. And from this stanza, the last stanza, focuses on the life of a woman after she is married. The bangles for these women are purple with gold and grey flecks. They are representative of a woman who is of middle age or who have reached the midpoint of her life, where she has reaped the rewards of her strife. That is why she is living. This is the age when she has already bore sons and is proud of her life as she supports her husband, be it in life or when worshipping the household gods. And this is about the fourth stanza. Now we are moving on to the central idea of the poem, that is what we learn from the poem and what message the poet wants to convey. The central idea of the poem is that the bangles are representative of a woman's life, and each color or type of bangle represents each stage of an Indian woman's life from puberty to midlife. And I hope you're clear about the new words, did you know, and the poem, and also the message the poet conveyed in this poem, right? And now we are moving on to our home assignment part. Children, read chapter 12, The Bangle Seller's New Words, Did You Know, and poem in your concept book, page number 192 and 193 thoroughly. And after that, after reading the poem and after being clear about it, you have to complete the practice zone 1 questions. And the question number 1, A question, how do the bangle sellers describe their bangles? And B, how are the bangles described in the first stanza of the poem? Who are these bangles for? And C, name the different colors of bangles mentioned in the poem. What do these colors represent? And D, read the lines given below and answer the following questions. Some are meet for a maiden's wrist, silver and blue as the mountain mist. Why does the poet say some are meet for the maiden's wrist? And what does the color of the bangles symbolize? Think well and write the answers. And E question, which lines in the poem tell us that the bride is both happy and sad at her wedding? And children, after completing your home assignment, Hand in your work in grade 5 English Google Classroom. Drink more water, eat healthy food, reduce your screen time, don't use mobile phone and television often. Stay home and stay safe, children. And thank you so much.